Hey man, what's up, man? We back, and guess what? We damn sure black. Hey, I'm back, man. I must let y'all know that our illustrious host is under the weather once again. We're gonna send up some prayers for him. For Naya, you just got me and these little niggas. Hey man, we back, man. Now we back to normal, man. You know what I'm saying? I told you, man. Well, Horace is gone, man. Everything might go wrong. Who knows what happens, man. We back, man. We back. Hey, Chris, ladies,
What up?
tell us how you
Yes.
feel. How your day going so far?
Look, man, I feel great, man. We are definitely back. The Dolphins have finally won. I can take over the reins from Mr. Cowboys, Mr. Hardy. They actually had a somber weekend this weekend. It went down. But as Dolphin fans, whoo, well, we back. How you feel, Chris?
I mean, I feel good. I didn't watch too much football this weekend, but I had my daughter this weekend, and it was a real cool situation. We went to see the Eternals, and the next day we went to see some kind of, I don't know, some kind of anime movie. She thinks she's part Asian now with all that anime stuff, but it was a really, really good vibe this weekend, man.
So did you like the anime movie? I know a lot of people really be into that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like grown men who be watching it. Like,
Yeah.
Dog, I think I done hit grandpa status, dog. Like, I cannot survive a movie no more. Like, as soon as I stop, I tell my daughter to tap me every time I would go to sleep. Dog, I swear, one of the times she punched me in my jaw, dog.
Oh,
I was falling asleep that many times, dog. But Turtles looked like a really, really good movie. I just kept on falling asleep. And I actually watched more of the anime movie than I did Eternals, but I still was snooze buttoning that one, too.
so this
dang,
this is the
man.
movie
Hey,
you're talking
I
about
was
that you watch.
wondering about going back to the movies. I'm a movie lover, especially going into the movie theater. But with the COVID, I didn't know ever how it was. Like it was spaced out.
Yeah, well, this one was very, very spaced out. It wasn't nobody sitting on top of each other. It wasn't a full
Okay.
stadium. I mean room. I told her before we go, if it's one where it's full, we're not going to watch the movie. And we went masked up and everything like that. So you
But
know,
you didn't really watch the movie anyway. I mean,
I didn't
you saw
really,
the back of
but
the
I did
alley,
some.
brother.
I'm talking about
Hey,
Drew, deep REM sleep. I got Drew cut off my mouth and all, dog.
Oh, Paul,
hey,
you know that.
yeah. Since my
Oh, shout
uh
out to Newbie.
world shout out to Papa. Hey man, I cooked with his seasoning tonight, man. I'm back in the kitchen. My wife had challenged me and told me that cooking is the way I got her, and she hasn't seen it since. So I said, man, you know what? Let me use bro seasoning, man. It turned out real good, man. He had told me a couple of tricks, man. That's some good seasoning. Listen, you don't really need to add anything else. It's not a shameless plug. I'm being honest, man. If you put that season on there, I let it marinate overnight. I got up, put a little butter in the pan, and my other little special stuff. And man, that thing turned out good. My son was licking his fingers, man. That's a lot, man, for a 2-year-old who only want to drink milk. So hey, if you really want your seasoning, and if you a man who don't know how to cut up all kind of herbs and spices and all that kind of stuff, he already did it for you. And he bottled it in that nice container that Chris doing is Mr. Taste, man. And you can go on Artist Newbie page and you can order you some, man. And it's not that expensive too. I'm talking about it's actually a good seasoning.
Man,
I ain't just saying that because if it wasn't, I'd tell him, man, don't do it. We need to go back to the drawing board. It's actually
for real.
good.
Fact.
But like I
It's
was
like
saying, man,
it's like the hot sauce in the black community now. This is the new hot sauce.
I
Live,
agree.
move out the way. You got to put this shit on everything.
Everything. I'm about to say.
I agree. I
That's
agree.
on everything.
Hey man, it's really good, man. But Zay opened the show up, and we thought we'll be remiss if the Dolphins wouldn't win a game, and my homeboy wouldn't get a chance to gloat for a minute because we know those come far few and a little bit in between, man. So we had to give him a little show, and then because I was a little sad this weekend after the Cowboys took a massive slacking to the Denver Broncos. You would have thought Terrell TD Owens, Davis, I meant to say, was playing because they ran all over us, man. But and then in between me watching all those highlights and everybody, sending text messages to my phone, laughing at me. I got 1,000 memes. You know how it go. I'm a normal Cowboys fan. I'm kind of used to it. I see that it's a whole debacle going on about last week we talked about Kyrie, but this week it's about Aaron Rodgers and how he blatantly this is the tricky part of it because everybody using the word lie, but he didn't really lie. He just withheld the truth and misled from saying what was really going on. If you're a parent and your child do that, you're gonna say you lied, and I don't give a damn. You're gonna whoop them. And it seems like the world right now is ridiculing him, but at a slower tone than they did Kyrie. And the NFL, which I know personally because the Cowboys fans suspended Ezekiel Elliott without being found guilty in the court of law just because you made the shield look bad. They have a law. If you any kind of way embarrass the shield, you get fined and they go to an arbitrary board, you can get suspended. And I think they're really dragging their feet on Mr. Aaron Rodgers. And I think because it's only so many great white hopes at the quarterback that's left that's actually a white male that's masculine in a quarterback. That's my point of view. So I think that's why they're dragging their feet. But I see that other people are dropping like flies. He's losing endorsements. That's normally what happens when you put your foot in your mouth. But I think this was so egregious because not only did it's okay if you didn't want to take the shot. Okay. And it's okay to me to some degree if you lie to the media. But when you put other people's lives in danger because they feel like the protocol is if you don't have the shot, you should be masked up. You should do most of your conferences should be from video. You shouldn't be in the huddle going to other teams, dapping people up and all that. And I think everybody overlooking all of that, that just because you feel aware about the shot, that don't mean the world do. And according to the doctors that we go by in the NFL and in the world, it's not safe to be unvaccinated and not have on a mask. So tell me, how do y'all feel about Aaron Rodgers and the way that the world is not downing him or the NFL or just kicking him like they did Kyrie? I'm gonna leave with Chris. Go ahead.
Well, I said like this. I remember my baby mom used to say this to me all the time. She used to say, "It ain't what you say, it's how you say it." And I used to hate when she said that because I'm a firm believer in it's not damn how you say it, it's what you say. In this situation, he was asked, was he vaccinated? He said, I was immunized. See, people that think that it's not what you say, it's how you say it, they look at it and say, oh, well, we know what you meant. We know what you intended to say. But for me personally, I'm a person that believes damn how you said it is what you say. So if I was asking the question, I would be like, I didn't ask you was you immunized. I asked you was you vaccinated to get to the bottom of the question, to get to the answer. And if you would have answered the question that way, he couldn't have slivered away from it. This doesn't shock me about Aaron Rodgers. If you don't know Aaron Rodgers, you haven't done your homework on this guy. This guy's a class A asshole. Just keep it real with you. But this doesn't. I don't see how to surprise anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like he has the complexion for protection. A black quarterback could have did this. And again, like I say, people are surprised. But just earlier this year, a gang of white people rushed the Capitol building and busted in there, and we don't even talk about that anymore. So I just don't see how anybody should be surprised that somebody would do this. Zay, what you got?
That's good points too, Zay.
I mean, I'm right there with you. They gave Kyrie hell, man, and with Aaron Rodgers, it's lightly being spoke about, and they're allowing him to say all manners of foolishness, almost to the tune of where he, in the words of our uncle Shannon Sharp, he has used that complexion that you talk about of protection to perfection. What he's done is been able to escape the ridicule, escape the judgment, and I don't know. I just even inside of me watching like the Colin Kaepernick series, which is awesome, I saw that same trend going, like you said, with his skin complexion that allowed him to get away with things that we wouldn't be able to as black men be able to even see. Even likening some of what he's doing to what Dr. King said, which was amazing to me. Oh man, he just Aaron is a mess.
Yeah, I was thinking, and then Zay, I'm glad you brought that part up because then when he sat down and then did a backup interview, his whole aura about him was like smug, like
So
yeah,
what? Yeah,
you know what I said, I ain't say that, I meant this, but then I meant that I am standing up, and then he's trying to be some kind of crusader for no, bro, you lie. I'm saying I'm okay
elusive.
with
Yeah,
you being a crusader because that's what Kyrie said, but then he took all the backlash, all that, but then you blatantly said this. I'm immunized and I'm not either way, and I don't feel any kind of way for the guys who are not. So so you're implying to the utmost like that you are, and if they're not, you okay with it, but you're not gonna beat them down. No, you are them.
You are
Nigga,
them.
I'm the same people.
That's what you are.
like that's what I'm
elusive.
saying. And I know people like that. And going in the workforce I've been in, when you go into management, you start going to meetings where you meet people like that who they think that they're the smartest person, they have the most sense, and they're a bunch of dummies around them, so they can just manipulate and pull and trick and mislead as they will. And they just keep a straight face, like, bro, we all know you bullshitting the line, but it's okay. They're just gonna keep that straight face. I think it's just ridiculous, man. It's just ridiculous. In the other words of ridiculousness, let's talk about what's going on in the current events when it comes to Kanye West. Or should I say best? He had I listen, I'm a bad
You gotta say yay now. You gotta say yay.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sorry. The artist formerly known as Kanye, just yay. I'm a vivid drink champs watcher. I watch all the episodes. Shout out to Nori and DJ and up. Like they're podcast brothers. We all have the same complexion with no protection. So I watch them. I support a lot of black podcasts. You know what I'm saying? And I watch it all the time. I must say, Kanye came on there and did not disappoint. A lot of guys of his stature come on there and they have to like woo them into getting drunk to bring it out of them. No, listen, pause. He came on there ready to go. Like he wanted to get stuff off his chest. He didn't take his medicine and he let it rip. And arguably, some of the stuff he said was so breathtaking. Like some of the stuff he was talking about Trump and Biden and Kamala, some of the stuff he was talking about Jay-Z, the way he talked to him. And hey, if you haven't watched that, you really got to watch that because one part of it, and I'm gonna throw it to you guys, is that I really enjoyed when he was talking about the love and the want for tangible money. Like that part of like we get so bogged down in chasing the wants and the material stuff that we become slaves to the drive or to the work that it takes to get them. And it's so crazy because if you're in my circle, like a lot of my homeboys, I've been talking to them about that, about like, bro, I don't want 10 houses if it means I got to work up at 4 o'clock and go to sleep at 3 o'clock every day. And if I got to make $400,000 a year just to have a lifestyle, how about I don't want that lifestyle? Like I want to be free. Like I want to be able to say, I don't have that many bills, but I can travel the world. And when he started talking about like being a nomad, like just going places and staying at people's houses and all that kind of stuff like that, being connected, like getting back to our roots of just showing love and being in the that part of it, I think that everybody should home in on that part, and we should really adopt that because at the end of the day, when we had less, we were more together. And I think if we stop putting our love into material stuff and start putting it into people and the time we spend with people while we in this walk through life, I think we'll really get to a better place of happiness, peace, and love. What you felt about it, say?
Um, man, in a lot of rights, I saw what Kanye was saying, and all of us, some of the rhetoric you've been saying, like you honed in on that. What Chris has been talking about, and myself. So I'll start with the parts that resonated with me. When he said in the beginning, and it's something that I've said in previous episodes, of us as black men not having that father figure present to show us what to invest our money into, what we should do at this certain point in time. Not that we need someone to tell us every step of the way as us growing, but we do need that guidance because of what a lot of people forget is that man is the protector and the guidance for that family. With that piece missing, it stopped a lot of us from probably reaching the heights that we could have reached at an earlier rate in life. Not saying that we won't reach it, but you know what I'm saying? It handicaps so many of us. A lot of us never even make it to that point. going forward to where he actually talked about the nomad thing, which I thought was huge because even Jay-Z did that track where for a while Jay didn't have a home. Jay lived on a yacht, and as long as he paid his dock fee, he was straight. That's not a monthly mortgage, which is a very shrewd move for a businessman. Back around to saying how strong we were when we had, like you said, when we had less as a family, and then also understanding that how strong we are together. So I think a good friend of ours that always said, "What's better than one millionaire?" And he said, two. So that meant if we're family, all of us, we want to make sure that we're not looking out for each other to the point where we're handicapping each other, but make sure that we're feeding each other and teaching each other how to be independent so that we don't have to be in each other's pockets. But when we have a business proposition or deal, instead of it being one person being an investor, it's 3 or 4. You see what I'm saying? And that changes the family dynamic because now you don't have anyone who you feel like is coming to leech off of you. This person is their own kingdom, their own right, making their own money, and is self-sufficient. And I think that was some of the things he was talking about. And he went forth into talking about the branding and things like that, which we know that Kanye has a beautiful mind for. And I tried to take some things from that because, like he said, he's on a B right now and he's homeless. And this man said he's heading for a T once he brands himself, which if for me, me being an entrepreneur and what Hardy was talking about, I don't want all them houses if it's going to bog me down like that. Everyone knows I don't get to be international Zay or Dubai Zay by wanting to be bogged down with work. I want my work to work for me so that I can go and live my life so that when it's over, it's over. And all those things, Kanye, great interview. I love every bit of that. But Chris, what did you get from it? Those are some of the things that stood out to me.
Oh, the shout out to Erica. She put up I was gonna say the whole verse goes was better than 1 millionaire too, especially if he got the same hue as you. That's shout out to Jay-Z on that verse.
That's real.
But I don't look, dog, I don't want to sound negative, but dog, his thoughts are so erratic, dog. He take you one way and he take you another way. For me, it was a hard listen. I heard some gems in there, definitely. But it was a hard listen for me. But what stood out to me is how he kept on saying that Kim is his wife. He said that no paperwork and nothing like that. So he said he referring to Kim as his wife. It seemed like he's still in that marriage. But then we see Kim with Pete Davidson all hugged up and things like. Well, we don't see that. I heard about it on the internet. I hate to sound like a little chick gossiping and shit, but
thank you.
I think it's relevant. I do think it's kind of relevant.
We're guys. That is okay.
I think it's kind of relevant because of the interview with him saying, that's my wife still, and how he still respect his marriage, and she out there with Pete Davidson, and that's another thing you need to look at. Now, I think that whole again, I'm finna get into some whole gossip shit, but look at her sister. She went to the white side. I think the Kardashians is getting rid of black guys, man. So we need to watch out for that, dog. We really need to watch out. The other sister went white. She probably going white. Chloe, Travis Scott, we gonna talk about you, but you probably next, bro. She probably gonna get rid. Kelly gonna get rid of you.
You know what, though, Chris? Let me tell you something. I know you always say that I molest your ears when we be talking. And I know you think that's what Kanye did to you. But I actually was fully tuned in. I got it because I'm like that. He's doing so many things. I understand it. He's just giving you a snippet of what's on his mind right then and there, but it's commingled with everything else that's going on. So I understood him perfectly. Like I said, beautiful mind for me. But also, too, you hit on a really good point, and I'm glad that you said that about the way how he stood in there for his wife, even though she's out gallivanting, because women don't like to talk about that, but that's the loyalty over royalty. Until they are officially separated, he's still standing in the paint to what he committed to with a woman, and I don't think that the light is shined on that enough, because women always say that men ain't this and we dogs and all this other stuff, but this man is still claiming a woman who's out here before it's all over with doing him bad. I got to take my hat off
for his marriage
too. Yeah, I got to take my hat off to him.
In that interview, he professed his love and stated that he wanted to get everybody who put negative stuff in his wife's head away, and he wanted to build more family-oriented. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, he still loved him, man. He still, like he said, because it's true. He still is married. So no matter who you might want to date or want you, according to law and under God that you went up under, like, you shouldn't be out gallivanting with guys on dates when you married.
Yeah.
That's just not supposed to happen.
And guys too, man, we gotta respect that. You know what I'm saying? Look,
Right.
I ain't the one to tell you where to stick your wiener at, but don't be sport coding. Don't take her out. Don't take nobody. I say
Right,
not to hit
that's
the wife.
disrespectful.
For one,
Yeah.
number one, not to hit the wife. But if you're gonna do it, don't be bringing her out in public. And you know what I'm saying? She's a married woman, dog. Like, do that
So
shit
I
in
got a
private.
question for
In the
y'all.
dark.
Cause this off subject. We ain't playing this. But since you brought that subject up, you know the rings is out tonight. We don't have we don't
No
have no real
referee.
good to listen to. So in that point, if you Kanye homeboy and you see Kim out with Pete Davidson and sidebar, you know that if you Kanye homeboy, most likely you're gonna have to be a man of money and stature, so you can't, you know what I'm saying? But okay, y'all at Dre's nightclub in Vegas and you see Kim and Pete over there like this, what do you do?
I remember we had a show where Horace
We
said,
definitely did.
"This is quite the conundrum."
Yeah.
I think that's how you handle that shit. You walk up on them and say, "This is quite the conundrum," and go from there, man. Let the spirit lead you.
Yeah.
Because you know what I'm saying? I would feel compelled to
You
have to
got
go
to.
say something. To like what the hell? I'm saying, so what's going on here?
At
Because
this
you know what
point,
I'm
though,
saying?
Hart, I'm gonna say at this point though, they married. See, in that sense, when we were talking, especially like when we were coming up, it was just like, like a boyfriend girlfriend thing, or he talking to her. So we feel like that's less player to be going over there, stepping on somebody's toes. Hey, bro, hey, since you married, what's happening? You feel me? Like you say, that's quite the conundrum. What are y'all doing, bro? You dead ass wrong. You supposed to say something. That's your homeboy. That's your brother. That's somebody that's near there. You supposed to say something.
Look at Eric.
And she date. If they aren't together, hell
Look at
no.
Eric.
Get that paperwork. He said the paperwork.
No, you can't.
Cross
Sit
all
your
your
ass at
T's and
home.
dot all your I's. Yeah, get
Sit your
yourself
ass at
together.
home.
Heal first. How about you
You're
heal
married.
first?
You're married. No, you can't do nothing. You're
What,
married. Until you ain't married,
we're
you're
gonna go
married.
to the next. We're gonna go to the next Thursday because it can be a possible day that a woman would just hold another woman accountable.
Nah, they don't do that.
But we don't want to go down that rabbit hole of blame pushing. You know, that's what comes next. He
Right.
did it first. Oh, there we go. He did it first, and
Mhm.
that's normally how it happens. Instead of just saying at the question at hand,
Me
she
too,
is
most definitely.
wrong to date when you're married. Period. Until you get a divorce, they're rich. It's not hard to get a divorce. Get a
Real.
divorce and go do whatever you want to do. But
Right or
and
wrong.
last but not least, because Chris brought him up.
Right.
Travesty Scott.
Mm.
It is a travesty what is going on. And what went on this weekend, a lot of people blaming him and Drake. I see they pulling him into it in the crowd. But then I went back and looked at a couple more of his if you don't know what happened is Travis was at a concert and a lot of people died. I think 8 or 9, don't get me on the number, 8 or 9 died. Couple dozen people hurt, people getting all kind of people stuff got damaged. It was just a bad day for a lot of people. And a lot of people blaming him, saying that he should have stopped the show early. He looked into the crowd, his management no, it's just all kind of stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? Blaming him. When I felt like he totally, and I could be wrong because I don't know all the facts right now. I feel like, bro, this is what they do at his concerts. So I went back and looked at on YouTube some other concerts of his, and they mosh pit, they jump around, they slap each other. I'm saying, I'm pretty sure people get hurt at all his concerts because it's like almost like a rock headbanger rap kind of concert. You getting a whole bunch of young people who just on probably Adderall and X and all kind of stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? And this time it's a lot of conspiracies around it. I seen that somebody was shooting people with needles and all kind of stuff like that. It's a lot of stuff going on, but then you just ask yourself in this world, like, where do you go? Because I see he feel horrible and he giving people their money back and he trying not to this, but at the end of the day, I seen a kid died out there from a concert of people not acting right. So, we have kids, you know what I'm saying? We fathers. So that brings up a time. Like, how do y'all feel about the situation what Travis going through and about concerts or letting your kids go out or just the world, when it comes to entertainment right now? Chris?
Yeah. Dog, that's troubling, dog. That's real troubling because the youngest kid that died was 14. I have a 13-year-old. Like, my daughter is 13, and the youngest kid that died there was a 14-year-old kid. I don't know the whole situation because like I said, I was having dad's daughter the weekend this weekend, so I didn't really get into this story. But at the same time, man, I think like I gotta ask what have we came to where we have such disregard for life. Like I remember when, Mike used to have his concerts and, all the other big name Beatles and all these people, they used to have it. I don't remember that, but they used to have a concert and people used to faint and they just take them out. You know what I'm saying? Like in this situation, dog, like these people is going, I don't know what's happening in the crowd, but people still want to party. So you got to hold the crowd responsible too. Like I understand that you want to put it on the promoters and the artists, but dog, y'all, where's our respect for life? Like decency for human life, dog. And this ain't new. Like we do shit like this. Like people got trampled over. We do shit like that for Black Friday. That ain't even a fucking holiday, and we do shit like that for Black Friday. We do this shit for like Jordan releases. We have little to no respect for human life, dog. Like it's like we've been desensitized that. Like we'll just let shit go on. Like just like Kevin was on Facebook talking about this little situation at Watkins Middle School. These are fucking kids, dog. We don't have like where's our respect for human life, dog? People the show went on 37 minutes after somebody fucking died. Dog, people like what's going on with the needle thing. I personally, I went down a little bit of a rabbit hole, and they said there's a conspiracy where a lot of people be taking those drugs, and that needle will bring them, shock them back. I don't know. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's when they say that somebody was getting pricked. I don't know. I don't know everything. Like I said, I did do research like that. But man, this is terrible, dog. This is real terrible.
I like what you did, Hard, with that Travis D. Scott. Travis D. Scott, but Travis D. Scott. That was nice. But it definitely was a tragedy. We could start there. I know people were saying, who do they blame, whether it's Travis or the production company. Unfortunately, we live in the great United States, and heads roll from the top. So you were the headliner, Travis, you're going to get it. The production company, though, because, again, I live in Florida, so who can I sue.com is very popular here. We're gonna corral everybody. We're gonna sue everybody. If you notice they name dropping Drake, that's because they're gonna pull him in the suit too. I don't care. We're gonna throw all this shit against the wall and see what stick, because as you said, Chris, there is no respect for money, for life. It's money, it's capitalism, and we want to see how we can gain from this. It's sad because, like you said, I believe the reports were 8 people died at a concert for Travis Scott. Now, I think we're pretty young men. None of us are going to a Travis D. Scott concert. So the individuals that are going are younger because they are into the things that Mario was talking about, the mosh pit, you guys, if you've heard some of his songs, Google it. If you haven't, Google it and just listen to the type of music that he makes. But it's mosh pit type music. So with that being said, these individuals got hurt trying to enjoy themselves. And again, like you said, that respect for life that's not there. Someone got hurt, someone got trampled. The reports were 11 people with cardiac arrest. And I thought to myself, how old were the people that were at this concert that have cardiac arrest? And if anyone can have a heart attack, because that is true, right? What had to have taken place for that to have kicked in? Like I said, that mass hysteria, everything, all at once, it was overwhelming. But man, at the end of the day, individuals were hurt, lives were lost. And it seems like at the end of the day, the only thing that really, really matters most to people, not the lives lost, but how much they can gain from the lives lost. And that, Chris, is where I agree with you. I don't understand how come that disregard for life is there.
But dog, I just thought this. Are we being hypocritical? Because you, me, you and Hard was. I think so. But we was all at that Trick Daddy Trina concert when somebody got their head blew off after the show. Do you remember that? Back at the crib when we was young?
I do.
Like, we went to the concert, Trick and Trina concert at the skating ring, I think, right? And after the show, on Okeechobee or something like that, out west, I know it was out west, and somebody got their hair blew off. Like, so violence at concerts is pretty much normal to us too. Like, so I don't know if am I being hypocritical for thinking that this is so bad, but when we go to concerts, people die too.
Well, I want you to understand something. I thought about what you're saying too, Chris. That was somebody that died from a gunshot. You know that there were no guns fired. at that Travis Scott concert, and 8 people died. One person dying at a concert is a travesty. 8 people dying?
Yeah, I feel you. 14, youngest
What?
14. Are you?
Yeah,
The
And,
question is,
and
are you sending Zaya to a concert?
I'm not. And the
Because I
crazy part
can't send
about it,
either.
I thought about we had a concert recently. I want to say Rod Wave, and she likes Rod Wave. I listen. The internet allows for them to listen to the music that we weren't privy to when we were younger. She actually liked Rod Wave, and I thought, you know what, that would probably be an all right trip for my daughter. But then fatherhood kicked in. I'm like, you know what, I can't take her in that environment because I know how I am in that environment. I'm laid back. I'm closer to the exit. I'm not gonna be towards the front of that crowd. I'm gonna be toward the back in case I need to make an emergency exit. Again, how we grew up, back against the wall type mentality. I don't think I want to introduce my child to that. Let them mature a little bit more. But these, I don't know. I don't know. That's just my take on it. Would you?
No, I don't want my daughter worshiping rappers and movie stars and IG models and stuff like that. Like these are normal people, dog. Like we it's like people we worship them, their money, and we worship all that shit when they just regular people, dog. And that's what make people do these crazy things, man. Like that's what make a man sit up there and command you to bump and collide with other men in the crowd, dog. Like that ain't even our culture, bro. That didn't even come from us. We adapted that from the rock culture, and now we brought it into our culture. That shit might cost that man his career. And this was a promising artist. This man got Nike. This man just had a goddamn McDonald's value meal. This thing might cost him his career, dog. Like, no, I'm not sitting my dog. I don't want my dog to even worship rappers and celebrities like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping.
No, not at all.
Holly,
Okay, so if you're a father,
really saying here?
no, it's all good points, and it's all it kind of gets you out the wagon because you think about it because it hit home because you know so many kids, even if it's not your kids in that age group, that you know they are going to attend these things, no matter how much we don't want to, they are going to at some point. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's 18 when they go into college attending concerts or something, you're still a kid. You know what I'm saying?
and just to touch base with something, I believe that was Erica said she wouldn't allow her kid to go unless she was there, accompanying her and distance seating and everything. And Eric, I totally 100% agree with you. But and it's something that I had to learn, if I got to do that much protecting,
don't go.
I don't want to go. And think about the Travis Scott situation. You could be there and protect him. And there's nothing that you could do against that stampede. It's nothing that you can do to protect that child.
Don't even go. Don't even
Or
go.
girl or whatever the case may be for that matter. So, with that, like I said, Hardy, I don't know. I just wanted to put that piece in, but I'll let you reel us back because man,
we'd rather see you than you going to see that concert, man. We want you and the child to come out alive.
Right. Yeah. And that's just the protection side of y'all. So as fathers and as men, speaking of protection, lately me and my wife been having this ongoing conversation about protect, because I know it hurt my heart when I hear black women say the rhetoric, black men don't protect women, black women. Like that, I get a little angry about that because it hurt me. Because I believe that most of the men I know would fucking lay down in front of a car for women they love. Like I'm talking about, they would go to great lengths to protect women they love, like their mom, their wife, their girl, their daughters. I know these niggas go crazy about that. So to hear that, but if I keep hearing it, I got to start asking, is it true? So like I've been asking women, like women at work, women around me, all kind of women, like just women that I see. I was at the gym the other day. I don't know this woman from a can of paint, and I was like, and she asked me something about working out, and I said, I showed her the workout, and I was like, man, you mind if I ask you a question? She's a black lady, older black. Like, do you believe that black men protect? She's like, of course not. So it's like I'm trying to look for that group of women that feel like they not protected, not to combat or to argue with them, but to see where we falling short at. Because we all men. And I feel like if any black women feel like they not getting protected, then I really want to say, hey, bro, what can we do to protect y'all? Because I really feel I thought we were doing a good job as black men protecting black women. But if this is the rhetoric that's going on, I want to try to get to the bottom of it. I know I'm only one man, so I just want to shed some light. But thinking about that, I couldn't think of times that I didn't. So I'm gonna ask y'all, when the last time that y'all protected a black woman. But here's the caveat: that it wasn't your wife, your girl, or any family member. Because see, I think that's what the difference is. When's the last time you protected a black woman that was not a family member? Shit, we're gonna go with Chris.
Oh man, I like listen to. Do you really hear us when we speak on it? Do you truly listen to us? I don't.
We're
I
gonna
don't know.
converse about it right
Well,
now. Pay
we're
attention.
finna converse. I don't know. Maybe I don't. But I say it like this. That when you put that question up, I don't know. Like I say, I say that I on the same show, right when the election was going on. I I fought y'all about Kamala Harris, the VP. I fought y'all about it. I would not say nothing bad about that woman. I would not disrespect that woman in any kind of way. I would not speak negative at all. To this day, I haven't spoken negative about that woman. I haven't put up a derogatory meme. I haven't put up anything about that woman. I hope that's a form of protection because I've never spoke ill of her, even when I don't want to say y'all was, but y'all, y'all didn't agree with me exactly on my stance on that. I say that. Um, I say that. I say that. When I first moved up here, I say that when I first moved up here, I had the luxury of protecting two little girls that my daughter's friends, like my baby mama had a network of friends and stuff like that before I got here. And so when I got here, I kind of became part of that network where I would pick up the two little girls and I pick them up, take them home from school. We do the homework. I make food for them, or if I bought something, all of them make the same way. So I'm hoping that may be a form of protection. Um, hmm. I didn't protect women from me. Shit, I didn't told them, I ain't shit. You might not want to be. You might not want to be. You might not want to dig your teeth
Amen,
in here,
brother.
but you might want to invest in this one. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't protect women from me. I didn't keep it real. In times where it didn't benefit me to keep it real. I wish I could have continued to reap the blessings, but I got to protect women from me. So I don't know. I hope that counts.
Hey, I'm saying, because I just want to know what from your voice, because we never know what to count or what to be enough. Because it's something. It's just like money. It seems like it's never enough. So I don't think we can get to a enough status. But I just wanted to put it out there in the atmosphere, so that it might be another guy who's saying, "Well, shit, these guys are." I know 3 guys who are protecting black women. Let's start with that, Zay.
Yeah. Hey, I was just about to tell you, you hit it on the head. Pause. You're actually correct. I think that black men do protect black women. I just think that it depends on who's telling you this, because the same women that'll say that black men aren't protecting, aren't being protected, have brothers, have uncles, have fathers, cousins, and I think you're disrespecting by saying that because they look out for your black ass. But because the Negro that you would like to protect you ain't doing it, then it's all of us. We get generalized. Don't do us like that, baby. Y'all don't like when we do it to you. Don't do it to us. Because I myself make sure that I protect women at all costs that are around me, whether they be family or not. Hell, I protect a lot of you stinking helpers from COVID holding the door for you that I don't get a
You
thank you
can't
for
say
all the
that.
damn time. But I digress because I ain't protecting you. But then also too, in the same sense, I also know that if any one of us are around and we see something going on or down with a woman where a dude is being aggressive or something like that, we're gonna step in. We're gonna try to mind our business at first, but if it look like it's gonna get physical to that degree, we're gonna, hey man, you ain't stall out, you ain't gotta do it like that. That's a form of protection. Now, if you guys probably be a little bit more specific in what you're asking for as protection or what you're probably looking for, then we can probably hone in on that. But I don't like the tug of war divide thing either. Baby, you black, we black, you're a woman, I'm a man. I already know I'm the more dominant sex physically wise, because I know that I was supposed to be here to lead and protect. I'm gonna do that, whether you're a family member or not. But again, the few or the black men that do it, we don't get at least the appreciation of that. Hey, not all of them, but I do know some, and that's all that we be asking for. Just don't do it to us like that. But I guess that's too much, maybe.
Ladies, we are offering olive branch here. All we
Yes.
need you to do, if you want to tell us how we should be protecting you, sit DM the Black Super Friends podcast. We'll send you a link, and you come up here and tell us to our face. I like to be checked right in my face. I like you have the conversation to me. So you guys, if you guys want to tell us, if you got an idea, give us an idea. We open to listen to you. We sit in the olive branch. I'm gonna go to Hardy to find out have he ever did it. Give us any examples. And in the meantime, just DM us. We're gonna shoot. We got a spot for you right down here. Right? Go ahead. Hardy, We'll give you an example.
Well, see, I always help. So that's why I started examining myself first, right? So I say the easiest thing to look for is brute force, right? So because a lady never got hurt around me ever, right? Because that's just who I am, period, right? So then I say, okay, the women say that's not all I mean by protection. I don't mean just fighting for me or defending me with honor. Okay, so you mean by loving a woman, being truthful to her, marrying her? Well, no, that doesn't count either, right? So okay, so then let me see if I'm protecting by going to work with women when they telling me they've been, I'm helping them become better women, giving them a man's point of view, not expecting no sex or any kind of recourse from it, just giving a man's point of view from a point of heart, having open dialogue that I don't have to have, just to have. Cause that helps in the dating world. Cause sometimes men, men are from Venus and men are from Mars, women are from
Mars.
Venus. So right now, if you can have a man that's talking to you with no ulterior motives, just giving you assistance and stuff like that, and giving you good pointers and helping you and talking through stuff right there, I think that's protecting your heart, or that's protecting you from making a mistake that you can lose the guy of your dreams. Okay, but that don't work either. So I said, well, I'm gonna protect women, black women, by being a good dad. I'm gonna try to be the best dad I can, so that women can see that black men don't just run. You know what I'm saying? We do as much as we can to be good role models. So then I said, I'm gonna keep letting black women know that y'all are the best. Y'all are forever. Y'all are everything it is to us. But then we still get the rhetoric. And then as soon as I get on here, I see somebody say, well, do you really listen? Do you really hear me? Like, how would I know? Like, when I ask questions to somebody and they answer me, and if I like the answer, then they heard me. But if I say, how could I know if I hire protection, I tell them what I want, most likely. I say, here, I'm hiring a chef. I want to eat this, 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 and this. I don't say, hey, man, this chef ain't doing right. Well, what did you tell him to cook? I didn't. He should just know how to cook. He should just know what I want. He should just know how to. So I'm like, we trying to get an olive branch. You say, all right, women want to be protected this way. We understand all women are not the same. All I'm saying, before you go out and castrate us, because that's how I feel those. Well, to me, because I don't hear my white homeboys, white women from the mountaintop screaming, white men don't protect white women when they getting raped and beat and all the same stuff as black women. I don't hear our Spanish counterparts saying Spanish men don't protect Spanish women. I don't hear that, but I can keep hearing black men don't protect black women. Black women are the most unprotected. Black women are the worst. Why is that? That hurt me because I'm a black man with a black mama with black women around me, and I just don't believe that. I don't care who don't like it, a white man or a Spanish man or a Chinese man will ever protect their women as much as black men have protected our women. We're not perfect. We can't protect everybody. It's just that I don't believe no other race of men will go to war, will love or do anything as much for their women as we have done or doing right now. But why do we keep getting being the front of the billboard for men, the genre of men, the race of men that don't protect black women? That's crazy.
Put Russia comment up because she had a comment that it was interesting.
Just hear me out.
And this gets example unprotected sex with men and women when you are in a relationship causing harm because black women having the highest rate of contracting HIV. And I understand that, Russia, and I understand that. But
decision making.
You are probably a woman that is pro-choice. If you are pro-choice when it comes to being pregnant, that means you are pro-choice to your body all the way around, and you have a responsibility for who you have sex with. I understand what you're saying, and I get it. Technically, you're right. I don't go against logical thinking. But you are the CEO of you, and you
Thank
have
you,
to preach
Chris.
this to women. You have to preach this to women. They are the gatekeepers to their own bodies. You have to take responsibility for that, Russia. But I understand where you're coming from.
Bro, and that
Yeah.
go against you saying that we're equal. Cause that's what I'm saying. Like it can't be both ways. Like right now, look what Erica said. Like if you ever watch this show, you know it's one thing I do, and it's hold people accountable for what they're doing to women throughout this whole show. Y'all argue at me the most about this. Like, bro, do you really think this? Me and Chris had a whole 2-episode thing about love and about how you treating women. Me and Zay, do you really like her? Do you really want her? I do this every show. Then say, well, would you hold your homeboy? For one, no. It's your fault. Like so the woman, so right now, it's our protecting y'all is making sure y'all don't make dumb decisions with y'all own body. That's protecting y'all.
That's
Because
what
that's
it's
what it seems
looking
like.
for a little
It's
bit.
like make sure your homeboy don't take the sex that the woman is offering to him, knowing he ain't shit. Like, isn't it her job to vet him as
Don't
a
take a
grown,
free sample.
smart, educated, brilliant woman? Because black women are some of the highly educated. So I'm saying, just take the time and vet him.
Well,
I'm saying right
if I
now,
was,
Chris. Go ahead.
go ahead. I think if I was convinced that you was going to protect my homeboy for the rest of his life and treat him the way he's supposed to be treated, then yeah, I probably would. Because then I feel like it would be a corrective measure. I would have seen you truly know that you was going to protect my homeboy and take care of him for the rest of his life. But when the fleeting emotions of women, you could be here for 6 months and then gone because he don't make you happy no more, or he doesn't, turn you on no more. He's not fun and stuff like that. So no, I'm not going to break a bond that I've had with a man for 20-some years because you
But she's
mad
not
that he
either.
Hold on,
with
she's
Women
not.
have
somebody else, and you're not going
women
to leave
have
him anyway.
text
No.
groups of like 20 girls saying, "Hey girl, did this happen? Hey girl, did this?" From the beginning of the time, women have got in groups and talked about men. It happens on every side, but white women do that too. White men get in groups and talk about white women. I still don't hear them. I don't hear white women having a billboard that white men don't protect white women. I don't see Spanish men. Everything you're saying is a man thing. I'm saying men do all this stuff. I want to know if men across the board are fucked up. Let's just say all across the board. Why is our women screaming to the top of their lungs that we ain't shit on every corner? That's what I want to know. If white men talk about, hey, I smashed her, I did that, black man, Spanish man, everybody do that. But we the only ones who don't protect y'all? Like, that's just, it's amazing.
Can you put a Russia comment directed towards me? Not that one. She said
That
so.
was
It was
Eric.
directed towards me. Yeah. Oh, that was Eric. Look at
That was Eric.
Because I prayed for you after you said you didn't like to even work under women. Okay, Eric. Let me get this straight. Let me let you understand something. When I'm a product of a single parent home. My mother. I've always been ruled by my mother. My uncles went off to have their own family, so my auntie stayed in the same situation. So I was ruled by my aunties. I went to school. Every damn teacher I ever had, except for like one or two, was women. So when you go from all this time being under woman rule, when you become a man, you kind of don't want to do that anymore. That's just what it is. I'm sorry if you feel like you had to pray for me about that, but you haven't had to deal with man rule probably in your whole entire life. On the other hand, I was ruled by my mother, my aunties, and my grandmother. Then I went to school, and every one of my teachers was damn near was a woman.
But
I didn't get to really have a bond with a man until I started playing sports with my coach. So yes, Eric, I'm sorry. We get tired of being under female rule. So when I become a man, I want to make my own rule.
You do stand in the land of the free, where we have choices, and all that was is the choice, saying what you would like. It's not saying it'd be better if it wouldn't be. Like, that's the thing. Like it's like we act like if we don't like something, it's a crime. But it's okay to have a choice.
The difference, yeah.
Like if you want to work at nighttime over daytime. If you want, you might not want to work around a whole bunch of women. You might want to work around a whole bunch of women. So what you did is state your choice, and then you became the victim again because you're not protecting black women because you don't want to work upon them. It's amazing. And
that
then,
part I didn't say.
right. This is
Like
what I'm
working on
saying. When right there, when they say, I see Amber said white women cheat, Hispanic women cheat.
They do.
That's besides the point. We're talking about. That's what I'm saying.
Black women. Yep.
All men and all women fall short. We can agree on that. Any race, any ethnic, all women and all men fall short. I'm agreeing on that.
Hold on, time out. How did protection just get solely honed in on cheating? We talking about protecting you. You know what I'm saying? That's a decision-making thing. Like at the end of the day, Chris, you said something that was very valuable. You're the CEO of you. Hey, if you feel like it, because you get that gut feeling, you know when something ain't right, cut it. I said this before. I remember asking some doctors, hey, if you're in a relationship with a man and things aren't going right and it doesn't work out the way that this should work, whose fault is it? These are doctors with a doctorate degree, and they said the man. And it sounds like that's what you women are doing right now. You guys have the brain that God gave you. Make a decision for yourself. The protection that we're talking about is we don't want to see no harm come your way. We want to arm you with the knowledge that's going to see you get to where you want to be in life and with what you want to be in life. That's the type of protection that we're talking about. And when you guys are telling us that we're not taking time, hell, every Monday we get on here and dodge darts to try to help you guys protect your mind and your heart every week. And we don't even get a thank you, Zay, a thank you, Chris, or a thank you, Mario.
Hey, Zay, I'll tell you, not to cut you off, I'll tell you a perfect example of this. Right now, Summer Walker album is at an all-time high. She's probably finna break records, right? The album, listen to me very closely. Let me get a little closer. The album is about a woman who was already rich, got involved with a man, who had a dysfunctional public life with multiple baby mamas, child support, all kind of travesties going on. She got involved with him when she could have had any man in the world. She got involved with him. Tried to come in and thought, because she said, hey, let's be peace. It was going to be peace. And she had three other examples of how he did women. And she thought that she was the one that wasn't going to get done like that. But oh, behold, when she did get done like that, oh my God, this nigga ain't shit. He ain't no good daddy. The motherfucker just showed you that 3 times. But now you write a whole album about that, and then he's wrong. He's wrong. But then he's not protecting black women. But what was her homegirl saying? Don't get with London, girl. He has 3 baby mamas, and they're always arguing. He's in and out of court. He's back. Where was that? She knew all of that shit. But she has a best-selling album because women on there, ooh, you tell it, girl. This nigga ain't shit. This nigga ain't nothing. You hold it up for us. His mama should have raised you. Fucking not holding them accountable. That's not accountable. That's not accountable. She's the best seller. I know niggas ain't going out to buy Summer Walker album. There's no fucking holding accountable. She sat there as a rich woman who didn't need money and dated a nigga who had every red flag you could give a nigga. And then when she got the next red flag, she's sitting here crying, and all the women out there saying, ooh, she is her and Sierra of our saviors. And now you want to sit on this show and tell me y'all hold each other accountable when she has the number 1 album. Instead of y'all saying, Summer, we don't want to hear that bullshit. You knew that.
That's too much like right.
Good dude. You should have went and got a good, wholesome, good doctor, lawyer, garbage man who was a good father, who had shown you, but you didn't do that. You went and got a nigga with 60 chains who make beats, pop bottles, and fuck hoes. And you wanted him to act like
but he
that.
does.
Oh, get the hell out of here. So I think women should start protecting black men.
Who protects the protectors?
Because guess what Summer Walker said? The last thing. Now I got me a good man who gonna help me take care of your kid.
Wait. And then the rest of the women who would amen and champion her and was taking her garbage, they single. And some off in the Hamptons because she got money. Y'all don't. Y'all can't be listening to that. What y'all are digesting? Is she protecting y'all? But is she protecting y'all?
But who's protecting the new dude? Fuck them. They don't protect themselves. Who's protecting the new dude? The new dude right now who she's saying, hey, you know what? I got a new dude now. He treat me right. He give me roses and all this. After you just slept with a nigga who just drug you through the mold, and then you had a whole CD by him that he got to listen to on every corner. You damn
What?
right. When Russia asked me that question, if that was Chris or Zay, and they go to Summer, he said, "Guess what? With Summer, I'm gonna say, man, if you don't leave that house right fucking now, leave now. That's the biggest red flag. I might come by there and turn my music up so the neighbors can call the police and disturb their date. You right. As a homeboy, that's how I'm gonna protect black women, because I'm gonna get my black ass homeboy out of that situation. Because right now, I don't give a damn. Now, you know what? As I think about this, I'm stopped caring about them telling me to support them. Because I hear the city girls saying, rich ass nigga, give a fuck about a nigga. I guess that's protecting. Every time I look online, I see that 95% of what is this that not Backpay, what's the shit they just shut down? The on Instagram, the OnlyFans. Is that protecting black women? Half-ass naked out here telling a nigga come pay to see me. There's also ways we just want me to protect. But all I'm asking y'all to do is keep it real. If you don't see your white homegirl or your Spanish homegirl yelling, "Hey, our men sorry, our men don't protect us," then why the fuck don't you do it? If they can shut up about it, because they get treated the same way. They get treated the same way in their community. But why the hell do you have to go on every time somebody give y'all a mic or a keyboard or a phone? Why do y'all have to scream to the mountaintop, "We ain't shit"? Every time, bro. You know it's okay just to not say nothing about us being, or come tell me, or come tell me personally.
Who gonna do that?
Jesus Christ. I'm sorry.
Women,
I just get so sick
noches,
and tired of
roaches.
hearing that, bro. Black men is unprotected. Out of all these badasses, say it's a lot of good men out here, but y'all keep dating the same dickheads, and then when y'all get ran over, nobody protecting y'all heart. Why don't you put the same women who got 60,000 degrees and a woman who raised children by themselves is the strongest woman in the world to me. So if you're strong enough to do that, you can't strong enough to tell this nigga, "No, I'm straight on you, baby. You got 6 kids already, and I'm already struggling. I'm straight. I'm straight on you, baby. You never called me until it's 12 o'clock at night. I'm straight on you, baby. Your pants sagging and you 40. I'm straight on you, baby. You don't have a suit, nigga. I'm straight. You don't have health insurance. I'm straight. You don't do that. You say, let me help him get some health insurance. Oh, you know what? He needs a suit. Let me help him buy a suit." So he didn't have none of this shit. Then you go do all of this, and then next thing you know, you say he wasn't shit. Duh. Amazing. Go ahead, fellas. I'm done for the night.
I don't know. I think we're gonna try to cut it at an hour. And we're gonna go to the last question.
But I know, man, we're just gonna cut it because we know we run it over, and we're gonna try to cut it so the whole show can flow. Because I apologize that I sit around and I love black women so much. I mean, so much. I come from a single mama, and if anybody know me, know my aunties, them sisters are like, all of them are like my moms. And then God bless the dead, Miss Viola, she treated me like a son on every step. The bitch Chris knew. A bitch couldn't play with her around me. They know, bitch, if his mama get out the car when I'm coming out the house, bitch, I'm gonna wait till she get all the way in the door. And to keep hearing, "Oh, black men don't protect black women." Bro, I don't know them niggas. Where the fuck is these niggas at? Why are
y'all hollering now? That's a better question. Man.
Yeah, but I just want to let's do final comments, man, before I blow a fuse.
You blew it.
All right. Hey, man, I want to give a big shout out to the homie Bees Montana. He just dropped his new book, Johnny Ramada. I got one with a t-shirt. Big shout out to you, my brother. Always, there's some real stuff in this book, man. A lot of, some true stories. And I was around for some of this stuff. Don't incriminate me, though. But I also want to give a big shout out to another one of my homeboys, Dariel D.T. Henry. Man, he just went back to his high school, MacArthur, and he had a scholarship program at his high school. You talk about giving back, man. Shout out to my boy D.T. Henry. This is his book. Every one of the kids, he spoke to juniors and seniors. Every one of the kids got a book from him and got a lecture. And I know this man, he gets paid for his lecture. So he really gave back, man. But shout out to you, Dr. Henry, Black Excellence, and we always support that over here, man.
Hey man, I want to say thank y'all a lot for coming, man. We got a little ahead of ourselves. I know I did. I got a little emotional because I've been trying to do this research and I've been coming to a dead end. So I just wanted to maybe if I ruffle some feathers, some people hit me in my inbox and enlighten me on how I can better be a better protector. You know what I'm saying? But like Chris, I want to give a shout out once again to everybody who listen to us and who tell everybody about us. And a lot of y'all come every week, and we appreciate that. We don't always agree, but one thing I can do is count on that y'all give us enlightenment because sometimes the stuff y'all say really does make me think on another level, and I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Because I got a son, and I'm gonna have to give him some wisdom from some. Well, I want to give one more shout out to a black man I know for sure protected black women. My homeboy Jay, my homeboy Jay Young is a coach on the softball team, and his little girl is like amazing at softball, right? Amazing. I'm talking about they go all over the world and traveling. And her best friend, I asked these people could I tell the story, so I don't want y'all to think I'm bashing nobody. Her best friend is um is a little girl who's getting raised by a single mother and she's doing everything she can to make sure. But her little girl is exceptional too. And if anybody knows anything about kids, is when they're exceptional, it costs a lot. The fly here, the new this and new team deal, and then a lot of times those are the kind of stuff the story don't get told. And for the last 4 years, I've seen him and that little girl, him like help her mama fill out all kind of like forms to get them in different camps and all this kind of stuff to the point where they just went to I think 4 or 5 black universities to try. I mean, like to get looked at for they softball teams. I know they went to Arkansas, all because he stepped in because her daddy was not around, and then her mom was struggling. So a lot of them days he took off work, paid for hotels, got them little girls there, bag. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to give a shout out to him because a lot of times you get the thank yous, but you don't get the adoration that that little girl life gonna be changed because now she getting opportunities that her talent can get her just because it's somebody there with her to be able to go. And then a lot of times you hear men doing that for men, but this is a father with with a little girl and her best friend, and they traveling all over the world. And I think that those kind of stories that need to get highlighted because that's a story of a black man protecting a black little girl and helping a black grown woman.
And to
So I
add,
just want to give a shout out to Jay Young. Go ahead, Zay.
I was gonna say, and to add, he's not looking for nothing in return. That's
Right, because
from
he married.
the bottom of his heart, exactly. Protecting his wife and his daughter and his daughter's friend. So,
So
but
maybe
those are
I
the
just know the
cases
right
that
men. I think this boiled it down to I just know a lot of the right men. So
I think we do. And I was gonna say, shout out to us. Forget that. Everybody else get their flowers. Shout out to us. Shout out to you, my brother Chris, for you not being one who will let one of your friends, a black man, be elusive and be straightforward. Because, like you said, with that Aaron Rodgers thing, you would have been so direct and so persistent. We actually call you the agitator because you want to get a clear and direct answer from a person so that you can hold them accountable. And to the young lady that asked Mario, does he do that? I'm gonna attest to that. He does. When we're joking around, we're clowning, we do all that. But then at the end of the day, side note, bro, hey, like being serious, what are you doing? You know that this might not be right. If I were you, I wouldn't do that. Try to put that type of inclination or input into his homeboys or brothers to make sure that we're on the straight and narrow so that we are doing those things and protecting. I'm gonna say shout out to everyone who come in tonight too. The women who give us the comments, who give us the feedback. We love to hear it because we also want to make sure that we're not downing you and we want you to understand that, but we do want to make sure that we're being better because we also understand that guys come to us and ask us questions. And I don't ever want to advise anyone, whether it be man or female, to do something that I myself wouldn't do. So when we're talking to you, if you can just take it with a receptive ear versus they're bashing or no, we're telling you what we see. So stop us when we're wrong, give us real scenarios that we can actually help with. And that's what we're going to do. Because like you said, I know you guys tune in and you listen to us. But the guys tune in, they're probably not as vocal as you guys may be. But they'll hit us up, whether it be DM or see us out and about to tell us that we said some real ish, but they won't speak up in the comments, so we're speaking up for them. So I'm patting my own damn self on the back because
right.
y'all might not understand me, but the joker over there in the corner who's having this problem, he understands me. And the woman who can actually look in the mirror and say, you know what, I might didn't make the best decision. and understands that we might be saying something right, I'm pat on the back too, you know. But listen, we appreciate you all. I'm gonna always ask you to share, tag your friends, because you know what, our conversation tonight may not be for you, but it may be for somebody that you know, and it can help them, and that's all we want to ever do. So thank you for watching the
Yes.
Black Super Friends podcast. This has been another night. We back and we black. Hey, keep to the up.
Tag your friends, or I will tag them.
Hey man,
That's
and if
real.
you're in Palm Beach and you have Horace's number, just show him some love, man. Just show him some love, man. Just show
A
my
bit
boy
under the
some
weather.
love. Hey, we signing off, man. See y'all next Monday.
Say so.